Goodness me, that was a rush. Hello. Well, last week, you remember, we met the Purple Shadow, who was helping me solve a mystery. He's a very strange character, and he's asked me to meet him here again today. And, well, we're back at the cafe. He told me to come here by a particular route. He told me what time to be here and how to get here. And, oh, he's ordered me a drink. That's okay. I was a bit worried. Last week I ordered from the menu and all sorts of strange things arrived, but they ended up being clues. This week I thought he's told me to get here by coming a certain way. There must be things that I need to look out for. So I was keeping my eyes peeled. I was trying to think like the Purple Shadow on the way here. And I found some things which I think might be really important clues. I found a list of names. Oh! You're there!
Bonjour, Mark.
Bonjour, Monsieur Purple Shadow. You must stop creeping up like that. You frightened me.
Ah, it's what I do.
Well, indeed. Purple Shadow, do you think you should be sitting with your feet on the table?
Ah, do not worry. I know the manager very well.
Okay, well, far be it from me to say anything. Look, you told me you wanted me to meet you here at a certain time.
Yes.
And you told me how to get here.
Oui.
So I was looking out for clues on the way here, and I found some things that I think might help.
You found them?
I did. I found a pair of sandals, a slightly smelly pair of sandals.
Ah, sandals, that is right.
Is that a clue?
It is a clue.
Oh, that's good. I found a list with a name. It says Bethlehem on the top, and then it's got a list of names.
Uh-huh.
And I found a map. And I found a leaf, a really pretty leaf.
Ah, the leaf, Mark. You know what that means, don't you?
What does the leaf mean, Purple Shadow? Is it a clue?
It is. It means it is autumn and the leaves are falling off the trees.
They are. Does that help us with our mystery, with our question?
No.
Okay, so I don't really need the leaf,
No.
even though it is a very pretty leaf.
You ought to have left it where it was.
Okay. Well, I'll leave it now, shall I? Anyway, moving on. Let's have a look at these clues.
Yes.
So, we have a map.
Uh-huh.
We have a list with a name, Bethlehem. I want to know why Bethlehem. What is Bethlehem? And what are all these names? And why the shoes?
Well, the map is about a journey, no?
Journey, and maybe that's the shoes as well. They've had to go on a journey.
That is right. And the word Bethlehem, I think, is a clue about the journey.
Is that the place they were going?
Ah, Mark, you will make a very good detective.
But I still don't understand this list of names and who was going on the journey to Bethlehem and why Bethlehem.
It is for us to work out, Mark.
It is.
Lots of people on the way to Bethlehem? A special list of names?
That's very tricky. What else can help us? I can't work out how I'm going to work it out just from these clues.
Well, Mark, do you remember the free gift that the manager of Cafe Clue gave you last week?
Oh, I've got it in my bag as well. The book, the Bible.
Very special book, Mark. Biggest clue.
I've got it. Okay, let me see what I can find here. Oh, look, yes, there's something about some people going to Bethlehem.
Oui.
Well, it says here that the Romans were in charge and they wanted to count everybody. They wanted to know exactly how many people they had so they could get as much money as possible from them. So the way they were going to do this, they were going to send everybody back to the place their family came from so they could count them all there. So Mary, who was pregnant, expecting a baby by this stage, and Joseph had to go back to a place called Bethlehem. They had a long journey to make to go to Bethlehem because that's where their family came from, where Joseph's family came from. When they got to Bethlehem, the town was heaving. There were so many people there because people from all over the place had been told to go back to Bethlehem so they could be counted because that was where their families came from too. Mary was really pregnant, expecting the baby any time, and they were desperate for somewhere to stay. So they went to an inn, a kind of hotel, and they asked, "Have you got any rooms? Have you got anywhere we can stay?" And the man in charge said, "Look, I'm really sorry, we're full. Nowhere for you, I'm afraid." So they tried another one. They went to the next inn, asked again, "Have you got anywhere for us to stay? Look, my wife's expecting a baby anytime soon." And the man said, "Look, I'm sorry, every room is taken. We don't have anywhere. There are so many people in town." By this stage, Joseph and Mary were really starting to get worried. They went to another inn and said, "Please, have you got anywhere to stay? My wife's having a baby soon." And the man said, "Look, I'm sorry, we're full." And he said, "Please, we're desperate. We need somewhere." And he said, "Hang on, I've got one thing. It's not great. It wouldn't be recommended. It's where the animals sleep. But you might be able to find some shelter there in the stable with the animals." Because that innkeeper was kind and tried to go out of his way to help Mary and Joseph and give them somewhere, Joseph took Mary into the stable, in with the animals, and tried to make her as comfortable as possible. What? Oh, he's gone again, the purple shadow. He never hangs around very long, does he? But I think I'm understanding the clues. So there was a list, and they all had to go back to the place that their family came from so they could be counted. And Mary and Joseph went to Bethlehem. Bethlehem's the place they went to, and lots of other people had to go there, it seems, as well. Oh, at least I've got my cup of tea. I'm just going to finish that, I think. Now, imagine if we all had to go back to where our families came from so we could be counted. This picture is a picture of my grandpa. Now, he was very old when it was taken. When it was taken nearly 30 years ago. He was born over 100 years ago. Now, his family came from Germany. And my nana's family came from Germany, so I would have to travel to Germany to be counted. Imagine if we all had to go back to different places, it would be chaos. No one would know where they were going half the time. The interesting thing, of course, about Bethlehem is it's a really big part of this story. We don't know what's going to happen next. Maybe you've guessed. Maybe we'll find out in the next week. But it wasn't a really very special place. There's another bit in the Bible, in the Old Testament bit of the Bible, that says, "You, O Bethlehem, you're only a small village among all the people of Judah. But from you will come a ruler." So it wasn't a significant place. It wasn't anywhere very special. The thing is, you might not think that where you come from is anywhere very special. You might not think where you are now is anywhere very special. In fact, other people might even be unkind about the place you come from or the place you are now. But the thing is, God can make anywhere special. All it needs is people who are prepared to be kind. Like the innkeeper was, who let Joseph and Mary stay where his animals were supposed to be sleeping. Just needed to be kind and welcoming, and suddenly that place became very special. So I'm going to say a prayer now and thank God that wherever we come from, God can make that special. And I'm going to ask him to help us to be kind and welcoming people to everyone we meet. If you'd like to join in, close your eyes and say Amen at the end, or else you can just listen. Dear Lord, thank you that even places that don't seem very special to anybody else can be special when there are kind and welcoming people there. Please help all of us to be kind and welcome one another. Help us to do that really well. Amen.